Welcome back to the Disneyland 16 years of magical memories. I still welcome Pyjama costumes for me, but now Disneyland is not getting joined with the Soviet Union. But why? Because stranger will not to join Dumbo the Flying Elephant and this Sovjet Unio Man. Let's take a look.
We work according to what the State Department wants to do. When they come in, they have guests. If Khrushchev was a guest of the government, and the chief of police, he just was a little worried. But we were ready for him. The press was ready. We had different shops, places where we take pictures with Khrushchev, and I had one that's my favorite, where we lined up in front of my 8 submarines. You see, and I thought, well, it'd be nice. I've been pointing to Mr. Khrushchev. I said, well, Mr. Khrushchev, here's my Disneyland submarine fleet.
Oh, what? So, coming Disneyland in 1962, becoming the special event here in Disneyland. Let's take a look. Disneyland is ready to Easter program in 1962.
Main Street is a favorite thoroughfare for historic automobile clubs to parade their prized antiques. The gay Easter bonnets were not limited to ladies only. There were antique vehicles for the younger generation, too. Easter at Disneyland is a field day for camera fans. Distributing candy Easter eggs is a catch-as-catch-can event. For those too young to catch a piece of candy, there's always a tasty thumb. An old-fashioned balloon ascension was the climax for the day. It's the same balloon that traveled around the world in 80 days. Before the countdown, there's a traditional christening and good luck ceremony.
Oops! Here's the second bloopers at Disneyland, but we did it!
Everything is okay for takeoff. Sand is released. It's condition go. Annual Easter festivities continue down below. The balloon drifts wherever the breezes carry it.
In summer in 1962, special event of circus? And the July 14th day with the fireworks spectacular.
is commemorated in the spirit for which this Independence Day was conceived, for the pursuit of happiness.
Meanwhile, in the Golden Horseshoe Revue is a special event here at Disneyland.
Make yourself comfortable and we hope you enjoy our show.
And because it's a special guest today, like Betty Taylor.
Hello everybody from Maine to California. This is the Golden Horseshoe. The show was mighty spicy. We thought we ought to warn you. April, June, and January. Who's the guy we're gonna marry?
Mr. Gene Sheldon. Edwin.
I'm a detective.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for the president of this railroad.
Do you think you'll find him?
I don't know, but I'm on his tracks.
Mr. Wally Book.
And that is why there's gold in them bargains.
And of course is a one and only the Disney movie star performed by Musketeer in the Mickey Mouse Club in 1955, the one and only Annette Funicello.
Mr. Piano Man, please tickle those ivory keys. No one can noodle the way that you doodle those rickety-ticky melodies.
But let's go back in Disneyland in Main Street, USA. What's happening in the night? Disneyland ready the lights and the beautiful Disneyland after dark, with including fireworks, an entertainment show, and many more. Disneyland is ready to Christmas season in 1962.
High School a cappella choir.
Wow, that's very good, but what is that name in robotic audio?
Just as we had to learn to make our animated cartoons talk, we had to find a way to make these characters talk too. Now, to accomplish this, we created a new type of animation. So new that we had to invent a new name for it.
Audioanimatronics?
Right, audioanimatronics.
Wow, that sounds is very interesting.
You might be wondering how an animation studio like ours got into the World's Fair business. And frankly, I've often wondered about that myself. But we've been preparing for this international exposition for many years without realizing it. Little did we know, when we dreamed up Mickey and Donald here, that someday they would be the ancestors of the mammoth animated characters we've created for this fair, such as this Tyrannosaurus Rex here. The building of Disneyland gave us a new art and a new type of artist. One that works with a slide rule and a blowtorch instead of pencil and brush. These fellows are building a Tyrannosaurus Rex, weighing over 20,000 pounds. He'll be the heavy in our show Magic Skyway, a drama of prehistoric days. Ever since I was a small boy in Illinois, I've had a great personal admiration for Abraham Lincoln. So when we decided to recreate some of the great moments in Mr. Lincoln's life for the World's Fair, we directed all our energies to that task. The final result is so lifelike that you might find it hard to believe.
All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years.
Wow, what a beautiful man. So the next is the Carousel Theater of Progress.
Now another of our World Fair exhibits that features the audio-animatronics is the Carousel Theater of Progress. Now this contraption here might look like something from outer space, but is actually a control harness for programming the actions and gestures of our audio-animatronic figures. Shall we show them how it works?
Really won't.
This is the Carousel Theater host. Whatever the man in the harness does, this figure will respond simultaneously in the same manner. This electronically controlled method of programming can give us a wide range of movements. A broad gesture to the wink of an eye. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. So, but one thing to do what happened next. The wonderful world of color that this scene became deleted scenes. Deleted scenes were all new question for Walt Disney. Take a look.
Mrs. Disney called. She wants to know, since you didn't make it home for Christmas, do you think you can for Easter?
I doubt it, but tell her I'll see you at the fair.
So this is it. The deleted scenes where the question is which taking the Christmas and Easter program, but I done it. But why? Never mind. The next chapter is the all around the world became our first time ever, the happiest cruise line ever. You know who is this?
Our exhibit called It's a Small World is a salute to the United Nations Children's Fund. Our musical fantasy features the songs and dances of youngsters from more than 100 nations, each singing in his own native language. Now, when the current World's Fair ends, all four of our shows will find a permanent home at Disneyland, USA.
We'll be back with a moment with Disneyland's 10th anniversary and becoming the new attractions for Disneyland, and Walt Disney has died in 1966. So see you later.